Hi, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Golf After Hours. I'm your host, Mike Ratchman, and you're watching us live on the Texas Golf Insider Network. Dave will be joining us from Minot Air Force Base in North Dakota right after the break. Minot. Never heard of it before, but Dave's going to give us an introduction where the heck that is at. Hey, folks, listen, we got a really good show for you tonight. You know, heading into Father's Day weekend, we have Lee Smith, who is the regional manager at Edwin Watts, with some last-minute father's gifts. If you already haven't bought something for dad, you know, he's going to give you a couple ideas, last-minute ones, and I think you should stick around for that. And plus, they have some summer sales. We'll go through some of that as well. And at the turn, we're going to go live to the U.S. Open to meet up with international golf writer Art Strickland. He's no stranger to the show. He's our man on the ground with behind the scenes with some locker room gossip. You know, he's probably got a little something on us why Rory McIlroy is no longer getting a divorce. He might have got with his accountant and heard the ching going on, and they said, "I love you, baby." So we're going to find out from Art. Maybe he'd give us some insight on that. Hey, folks, listen, we'll take your comments and we'll read them live. So go grab yourself a cold one. It's Golf After Hours. We'll be right back. Everybody, welcome back to the Texas Golf Insider. Mike Ratchman here, and Dave Roberts is out as Minot, North Dakota. Hey, Davey, I tell you what, I'm looking at you right now, and it has to be a little chilly up there. You got a hoodie on? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I'm kidding you. Hey, I'm up here. Why not? My not? Because the reason it's freezing. Let me tell you, baby. Oh, the temperatures are awesome. As you see behind me, this is the golf course. Had to come indoors a little bit because a little windy out here, but it's a nice, beautiful 50 something in the morning, 70 something in the afternoons. North winds nice and breezy up to about 20 miles an hour. And I haven't broke a sweat in a couple of days. I mean, I've worked hard, but God, this place is paradise.
Yeah, they got dry cool up there. You know, like we have wet heat down here.
Well,
Same damn
all I
thing.
know is this is one of the most secure bases in the Air Force right here. This is part of the triad, and they've got some special things out here. I just saw a while ago they closed the highway down, and they had like a lot of military police, the MPs. They were all in these things that had a 240, and I'll send you and Johnny a picture of one of them. And they had a police helicopter up above it, and there was this convoy, and there's doing something with the rocket. I don't know. I can't say. If I tell you, I'd have to kill you. But they got a beautiful 9-hole golf course up here, and I found a new animal. It's kind of like the Caddyshack gopher. It's called a dak rat, and it's digs holes just like the gopher, and it's like a prairie dog, but
with maybe a little bit more fur on it.
Yeah, and they're fast. I couldn't even catch them. The golf cart goes 14 miles an hour, and they were outrunning me. So, but having a good time up here, and the golf.
Okay, Minot, North Dakota. Where is Minot?
There's a town called Minot, North Dakota. I actually flew in this plane that was so small that if a bird hit it, the plane would be totaled. Okay, and you go to this remote place. It's remote and isolated, but it's up in North Dakota, and it's in the middle of nowhere. It is in the middle of nowhere, and it's there for a reason.
Yeah,
Military.
got it. But at least they got a golf course there.
Yeah, they got a golf course. They actually have a little town, and they got like Minot Country Club and stuff like that. So, but it's a small community, close knit community, and all week long, we've been talking about the U.S. Open and who's who and what's what. And these people up here, they found out when I was from Texas. All they want to talk is Scotty Scheffler, Scotty Scheffler.
Well, you know, that's a good lead in right there, Dave, because the U.S. Open is on like Donkey Kong starting tomorrow.
Yes.
And of course, you know, Scotty's at the top of the list to win. I mean, the guy's playing off the charts good. He's fun to watch. You know, remember how much fun we had watching Tiger Woods? I mean, Scotty is really, really fun to watch. And he's honed in on his game big time. I don't know how long he's going to last. I mean, he's won 5 tournaments this year. I mean, that's pretty brutal. And this is the biggest purse this year at the U.S. Open, 4.3 or 4.5 maybe million. Hey, dude, you know, when it comes to something like that, is this the time that maybe we should thank Phil Mickelson?
No.
Oh, come on.
This one we should thank the United States Golf Association because, see, the U.S. Open has nothing to do with the PGA Tour. It is an independent thing. All 4 of the majors, none of them have something to do with the PGA Tour. They're kind of attached. But the U.S. Golf Association, did you know that over 10 to 20,000 people try to qualify for an open spot at the U.S. Open in these qualifiers all around the world, and it's only getting bigger. And the entry fee to do that all goes into that. You know, I was a Phil lover for the long time, but you know what? This is a separate entity. This is a separate entity, and the U.S. Open wants to be special. And come on, it's Pinehurst. Oh, by the way, did you hear what happened? The Pinehurst, the North Carolina police, they all got a mugshot of Scotty Scheffler. They're supposed to carry on him, and anybody in that car, you're not supposed to stop. Okay, we don't want to have another international incident like we did at Valhalla. So
okay, so I want to go back just a second because you know, these purses that the PGA, even many of the PGA players are coming out and thanking Phil Mickelson for what he did. I mean, because you take a look at this thing, it wasn't long ago the winner got $1.9 million. Now, that's nothing to shake a stick at. But when you go 3 or 4 times what the amount was from the winning circle.
So what should we thank him if the USGA is not part of the PGA Tour? It's its own separate entity.
It's still a big purse, and I mean, you take a look at the Masters, you take a look at all the majors, and you take this look at some of the money that's flying around.
Right.
That could have been flying. You know what? This one was kind of crazy, Dave. If this kind of money was flying around, there is a very good chance there wouldn't have opened up a door for another competitor.
I will agree and disagree. Okay. I will disagree because, as I mentioned earlier, the 4 majors have nothing to do with the PGA Tour. Now, right. You thank Phil for what's going on with the PGA Tour as these special events where they're elevated and stuff like that. And those purses are getting bigger, right? You can thank him for that. But for the independent ones like the PGA Tour, the Open Championship, the Masters, and the PGA Championship, each one is run by a separate entity that has nothing to do with the PGA Tour. And that's
but Davey, if you wouldn't get the big players coming back over if it was $1.3 million or 1.5.
That came before.
You would, but I'm saying you wouldn't get the live players coming over to play 4.5 million if it wasn't a $4 or $5 million purse.
Well,
those guys.
Yeah, they would, because the live players got sold a bill of goods by Greg Norman. Okay,
listen, I get that. I really do get that. But I'm just saying.
But
you know
what they're wanting is the prestige. Okay, they're wanting. Why do you think Sergio cried his way into the U.S. Open?
He didn't cry his way in. He qualified.
Yeah, I should get special exemption. And then I was like, no, dude, you got to qualify.
Now, I will say there are some guys who are crying, like Ortiz and a couple of these guys. Hey, but, you know, here's what the deal is. Okay, well, anyways, I still thank Phil Mickelson, and so many of the players do.
What did Phil Mickelson do?
He exposed the PGA. He exposed them for all the money that they had, and they were not sharing. You had guys in white shirts and ties making more money than guys on the tour, and he exposed them. I mean, that's a fact. He exposed them big time. Now all of a sudden they found all this cash. It's amazing how they found
They
all
always
this
had
money.
the cash, but come on, you're a smart businessman, Ratchman. Millionaires do not become millionaires by spending all their money.
And this is what happens when you're playing big ball with other big ball players. This is what
Bill
happened. And
Mickelson whined and signed that because he's $40 million in debt due to his gambling losses.
well, whatever, he's got more than $1 billion in the bank. And not to say what the 500 million or 400 million he got to come on over. He's not hurting for cash. I can tell you that. But again, I'm not saying this. This is coming from many of the players, but the live players. There's a lot of people who are complaining that they're playing at their best game and stuff like this. But if they really didn't qualify to come over, they can go to the qualifiers and try to qualify, right?
Right. And they could do the same thing as the open qualifier, or you could do like a
Right.
couple of others who begged mercy to play a couple of DP events. You had, what's his name? Newman, who played a couple of like Asian events and other events and got points. There are other opportunities. The whole premise behind the Live Tour
Yeah.
was to play less golf. They didn't care about anything else, and they wanted to spend more time with their money. And ironically, 2 years later, they want to play in every golf tournament under the sun because they got sold a bill of goods. They got their money. God bless them. Hey,
listen, you're right.
But I will tell you one thing. Have you heard Harold Varner complain about anything?
I don't know. There's a lot of players
said,
who don't complain about a lot of stuff.
Harold Varner said, I went over there for the money to help my foundations. I understand that the things that I gave up, yada, yada, yada. And that's just the way it is. But for my foundation, this money is going to be better for that. And you know what? Harold Varner goes over there and plays. And that's what he does. And God bless him. He did the great thing.
Well, we're going to find out that here, we're going to be joined by Art Strickland here right after the break. And he was at the first Live Tour he's ever been to, and really kind of wanting to know how that all turned out, because I think he was only there one day, Dave. And but I read up on a lot of things, all the complaining some of the Live players were doing, and then I read further. So get up off your ass. If you want to play in it, go qualify. Go qualify for it. Look at all the players that tried and now are sitting on the fence waiting for somebody to drop out. You know?
And so they have their opportunity. That's why it's called an open championship.
Well, I get it.
They got the same way to qualify as I do. Same thing as you do. Okay. It's an open championship.
So I got to get to here's some pairings that we have to watch for tomorrow. Okay.
Yes.
We got. I'm going to go through three of them real quick. It's the 740. You got Justin Thomas, Colin Morikawa, and Brooks Koepka. Who do you see playing better in that group?
Morikawa.
Okay, I agree with you. I think Morikawa is really starting to come on. He's hanging around the top five here quite a bit.
Only time he faltered was when I picked him that week in the one and done.
Well, I didn't. I think I made a few bucks off him. Okay, and then you got 125, Bryson DeChambeau, Max Homa, and Victor Hovland.
Bryson DeChambeau.
I agree with you 100%. I mean, you know why? Because this is a tough course, and it's going to be who's got the endurance. And for some reason, the U.S. Championship, U.S. Open, always does well with them. They tee it up, they make it rough, and the greens are going to be. They said they're almost illegal right now, but if not, they're getting pretty damn close to it. Okay, so you and I are on the same page. Okay, well, this is kind of a no-brainer. Who do you pick? Scotty Scheffler, 729. Scotty Scheffler takes off. Rory McIlroy and Scheffler.
I will say that Scotty Scheffler will probably play better unless Tanya Harding takes his knee out.
Yeah, Tanya's getting up there in age. She ain't moving that fast anymore. I think
That's the only way that cat, you're going to have to take a knee out to stop that cat. That cat, he's hot.
You know what I haven't heard, Dave? I haven't heard anything. It's all been Scotty Scheffler, the top 5, the top 10. I haven't heard any of Tiger Woods stuff going on out there.
I did hear some Tiger Woods stuff right quick.
Okay.
Hey, give us another minute. In the Tiger Woods realm, there are some vicious complaints. Why is Tiger Woods? There are some murmurs. Why is he still hanging around? What I had mentioned several years ago, that after all the injuries and his little escapade with the drugs in the body and on the side of the road and the tire turned sideways, that he's more or less a ceremonial golfer. In his mind, he probably knows that, but to be able to still play and take a spot in the U.S. Open, knowing that he probably is not going to be able to compete, let alone make it 4 rounds. There are some tour players I read on a blog that were kind of irritated because a couple of them are alternates and hoping that he does fall out. But, then again, I go back and say, and everybody knows I'm not the biggest Tiger fan, but since Jack Nicklaus, Tom Watson, the Mary Mex and all that, Arnold Palmer, who's been dear to you in my heart all this time, Tiger Woods changed the game. And Tiger Woods is a polarizing figure, just like Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, and now Caitlin Clark. No matter what happens to Tiger Woods on Thursday and Friday, it's going to be must-see TV. Whether you want him to fail.
Oh, it's U.S. Open. Right.
Where I always wanted him to fail, right? Because he's so damn good. Now, I'm saying it live, right before Father's Day. I'm on the side that I hope Tiger makes the cut. I want to see him play. I am at the point where I want to say, hey, you know what, Tiger, show these SOBs that you still got some game. Now, you might not win, but I want to see you make the cut, and I want to see you go 4 rounds.
All the bets are going to be on, does he make the cut? Hey, we're up against the break. We got to get our butts out of here. But we're going to go to the U.S. Open, folks, and find out what's going on out there. What's the locker talk about the course? And, some of the players and how they feel about playing starting tomorrow morning. Don't go away. If you haven't gotten yourself a cold one yet, go get it. You got time. Golf After Hours. We'll be right back.
Just minutes north of San Antonio on Highway 281, you will find Valor Creek Golf Club in Blanco, Texas. Valor Creek is now offering stay-and-play packages starting at $150 per person per night. Relax in the beautifully furnished Tuscany Heights condominium and walk out your front door and play one of the Hill Country's premier semi-private golf courses. So break away from the city and make Valor Creek the perfect getaway for a peaceful weekend or family outing. Call us now at 830-833-0706 or go to www.vcgc.golf. That's vcgc.golf.
Welcome to the Scott Schreiner Golf Course in the heart of Kerrville, where the beauty of the Hill Country meets the thrill of the game. Experience golf like never before on a meticulously designed 18-hole course, a golfer's paradise surrounded by nature's splendor. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just getting into the swing of things, our course caters to all skill levels, guaranteeing you have a top-notch golf experience. Discover Scott Schreiner Golf Course, where passion meets play in the heart of the Hill Country. Book your tee time today and let the adventure begin.
Landa Park Golf Course offers an exceptional golf experience to players of every level. This newly redesigned 18-hole public course, nestled along the Comal River, combines a challenging layout with spectacular Texas Hill Country views. Located in the heart of historic New Braunfels, Landa Park Golf Course is convenient to players from Dallas to San Antonio and everywhere in between. Escape the routine. Call the Pro Shop to book your tee time today or visit us online at landaparkgolfcourse.com.
Are you ready to treat you and your friends to a great golfing experience? If so, it's time to tee it up at the Club at Star Ranch. Located in Hutto, just 30 minutes from Austin, the Club at Star Ranch offers manicured fairways, pure putting greens, and multiple tee options for all skill levels to enjoy. Home of the 4-hour round, the Club at Star Ranch is rated 4.6 stars and strives for course consistency so you and your friends can enjoy that golf experience you deserve. The Club at Star Ranch, where your next round awaits.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back again to Golf After Hours. Mike Ratchman here. Dave Roberts out in Minot, North Dakota. Hey, we're all over the map, and we're out at Pinehurst with Art Strickland, international golf writer and author, who always finds time to spend a few minutes with us and our viewers throughout the week. Artie, thanks for taking some time out, man. I know this is a huge day for you, and we'll try not to keep you too long, but we got so much stuff we want to say to you. And I want to start it off first. You were at your first LIV tour last week, and I wanted to get your feedback. I know Carlos, let's see, who won that? Carlos Ortiz.
Yep, Carlos Ortiz.
He won last week. What was your take on the LIV tour, Art?
Okay, I got, like I said, I consider myself a man of over. I was pleasantly surprised by how many people were there and how first class it was. There was a traffic jam getting into the parking lot on Friday. And I mean, I'm not exactly breaking news about Houston in the summertime. It was hot as triple oven hell on Friday. But, there were 5 deep lined up on the driving range to let guys play. And then, the spectator boxes were packed on 18. A lot of people were spread out on the course, a lot of families. I saw people wearing team uniforms, which I still don't get.
Wow.
Very pleasantly surprised, first class all the way, the way they treat the media, the way they, they had the skydivers bring down the American flag and land right there on the first fairway. I mean, I got to admit, that was a first class event. It really was.
Well, Art, it still goes back to what's going on with the TV rating as well. A lot of people aren't sold. I think they're still on the CW network, and I think the dog show had higher ratings than that. I just think the format doesn't go to the viewer. But I mean, you got some great players out there, but a couple of weeks earlier, they were panning the line, and that just shows you how Texas supports golf. Because
I think you're right.
In the Tampa area, and it wasn't happening.
Yeah, I think you're right. And because they'd already had the Houston Open, obviously, they'd already had the LPGA Chevron, they had the Championship there, the Insperity. I mean, they've had a ton of golf, and they came out to support. And I'd been to one in Tulsa, but only for a day, and so I got to say, I was pleasantly surprised by how first class it was, how good it was. Media center is very convenient. I did an interview with Anthony Kim. And
I read the interview. Very nice interview.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So anyway, it was good. It went. Thought it was good.
Okay.
So I don't know. Again, being on the CW, I can't say, but I gotta admit, they were piping. In the media center, they piped the CW in on the big screen, and they showed a lot of golf. Maybe they don't have commercials to show, but they showed a lot of golf there.
Well, they don't have to. They've got so much money over there from Saudi Arabia. Matter of fact, I heard instead of giving out tickets, which were at 25% off, I saw that online.
Right,
I heard that they might be giving out pints of oil because, Saudi has too much.
I'm looking for my 100 million to show up. I never got that. Maybe a poetry bag or something like that.
Well, you did try on that contract.
They got one going on in your area here in a couple months, don't they? Up in the Dallas area?
Yes, they do.
Going to Marido. Yeah, going to Marido Golf Club for the team championship. So,
I'm coming up for that, and I think Dave is too.
What's
if
that?
I'm on town, I'll be up there.
Yeah, we're coming up for that when we're all going to stay at your house.
Good. I'll tell my wife. She'll be thrilled. She'll probably take a week-long vacation.
She's going to go, Art, you're bringing somebody to do the dishes. I am so glad.
It's about damn time.
I'll help cut the grass if you need some help there, buddy. But we're going
We
to
don't have a backyard golf entertainment center like Brad Shamundo does. We can't afford that big Bradman jack.
I've slept on that entertainment center out there on the back.
Okay, Artie, what is going on with the U.S. Open? We want to hear some gossip, man. And I heard Rory McIlroy we were just talking about her. Rory's not getting married. I'm sure he sat down with his accountant and he says, "This is what your wife is wanting." What?
Yeah, I
I
don't want to be the one to spread rumors, but Rory getting back with his wife the week that CBS and Amanda Balionis is not here at Pinehurst. There could be something to that. I mean, no, Amanda, let's get back to with the little woman. Next week, Amanda comes back. Well, we may have to reconsider that. You think so? But now seriously, the biggest talk out here today and this week has been what's the winning score going to be? And almost everybody you talk to said the winning score will be under double digits. 7 to 8 is what most people are predicting. Winning score.
Really?
Greens are super fast. Really, they run off their teacups. Last year, I got to admit, I was so excited to see them play LACC. I had been there, previewed it ahead of time, but to shoot 262s in the first round, really disappointing. I'll be honest with you, very disappointing. So, I want to see carnage. That's what the U.S. Open is all about. I want to see carnage, but let's look at the fact. Who's better at making pars and avoiding carnage? Well, that's Scotty Scheffler.
Yep.
But one thing to remember before you go all Scotty all the time, the last two winners of the U.S. Open at Pinehurst, Michael Campbell, Martin Keimer, neither one ever won another event again. So before you're all in on picking Scotty to run away with it, just think that this is the graveyard of favorites right here. And, Michael Campbell dusted Tiger Woods by 2 shots. Martin Keimer dusted the whole field by 8 shots. So, very interesting to see. I think it's exciting. You've got the national championship here. I think pars are good scores, exciting. A lot of people were really upset. Upset may not be the right word. A lot of people were very disappointed when 21 under won the PGA at Valhalla.
Yeah.
One Katie told me it didn't even feel like a major. So
Right.
I
agree with you.
I think 7-8 under wins this thing, and don't be surprised at that, Scotty. But don't be surprised if somebody else comes up, a Davis Riley, Brian Wynn, or somebody you haven't heard of. Will Zalatoris. Will plays great at majors. He's had back issues. Guess who he's paired with tomorrow? Tiger Woods, the king of back issues. So,
you're right.
Yeah. And the favorite doesn't always win, but that's the way to bet. But Ratch, don't bet your whole life savings on Scotty this week.
Maybe not go with him.
Yeah.
Either am I. I've got my pick, but I won't give out DeChambeau's name. But I'm thinking, after seeing some of the talk and then knowing Pinehurst and seeing, what the course is all about, I'm thinking you're being generous at 7. I'm thinking it's 2 under.
Could be, +3 won the Open at Marion. Marion was 6,800 yards. They played the Open there. And Justin Rose won it at +3. So you're not, I'm telling you right now, if somebody goes out and shoots 62 tomorrow, I may walk backwards in my pajamas all the way back to my housing. I just don't
know what's going to happen if someone shoots 62.
I don't know if anybody wants to see that, buddy.
if they shoot 62 tomorrow at the U.S. Open, you will not see another water sprinkler head on the rest of the tournament.
You're probably right. Hey, this is a good question to ask, Artie. What are some of the players? They played it now a couple times this week. What are some of the players playing? Because some of the talk that I've been kind of checking out today has been those greens are almost to the point of illegal. He says, they're running really fast. And he said, if they're not illegal, they're pretty damn close to it. Are you getting that feedback from the course? Because I'm hearing what it's going to take to win is endurance, and you have to be patient. And that's a 3 combination. That's a combination that's pretty tough.
Pinehurst, they don't count greens hit in regulations. They count greens visited in regulation. You could be there and be off in a moment's notice.
Well, I know that they're fast, they're slicker than a pickpocket, but again, at Pinehurst, as y'all were bringing up, if you're on the wrong side of the hole, you're counting a 3-putt automatically. And there's a couple of holes out there that's in the mid-round that if you get on the wrong side of the hole, you better go get your wedge because you're probably going to be chipping back up onto the green.
I do think that it puts a real premium. There's no rough, the wire grass. So I do think it puts a real premium on driving the ball. If you drive the ball like Rory can, like DeChambeau can, like, Brooks Koepka can, then you've got a wedge into a lot of greens. And so I think the short game is going to be magnified this week. I really do. And
yeah, I think you're right.
Game, that's Scotty.
Well,
I got a quick question for you. What's the talk on Jon Rahm? What injury caused him to withdraw, or was it just his ego?
Yeah, well, I just think, and he did a press conference and then ducked out without mentioning the withdrawal. But if you withdraw from a major championship and one that you have won before, it's not just it's not just a hangnail. There's something seriously wrong. And
I agree.
It's not a, no offense, it's not a Valero Texas Open, not a Byron Nelson, not just a regular week. This is a national championship, and it's the only major he's won. So for him to back out of that, I think it's something a lot more serious than he's letting on.
Hey, you know something, Artie? One thing I was reading, it's kind of funny. I think the short game is going to be it. I mean, you're going to have a short game coming in and getting as close as you can to some of those holes. But I heard there's going to be a lot of putting off the green. They said chipping around the green is not going to be easy. It's not going to be fun. They said they bought out a lot of putters. They said you're going to see a lot of putts off the green. And I don't know where that course is, but do you see that?
I do. I mean, anybody who's played Pinehurst, and that's one of the great things about this week is public golf course. I played here a couple of times, and a lot of people have played here. I'm with the great Steve Moore this week, who was the head of the San Antonio Convention and Visitors Bureau. He's played here before. So people know what the greens are like at Pinehurst. And the fact that you got to be so careful, and they're going to be running fast. I mean, they're already putting water on it today. And that just shows you there's no rain predicted till Saturday afternoon at the earliest. So could be some carnage. And, let's face it, what a carnage every now and then is not a bad thing.
I like.
Can we get Gary McCord to come out of retirement to call it if there's carnage? I love it when he talks things like that. That would be perfect.
I think
Hey, Artie. Hey, Artie, we got about a minute left here, man. Talk about what's going on with the Art of Golf Travel, man.
Hey, I'm happy to do it. Yeah, the Art of Golf Travel, we've got 6 guys here. Steve Point and Piper are here with the Art of Golf Travel, making the jump. They played Country Club in North Carolina today. On tomorrow, we've got Pinehurst number 10, brand new course from Friday. So, what's going on? We're going to Pebble Beach at the end of July, and we just got 2 spots left. I'd love to fill them with somebody. You tell them, I want the Richmond Price. You give me a call, say, I want Richmond Price. I got you hooked up. But we're going to play Spyglass, Spanish Bay. It's going to be a great trip. July 31st, 28th through 31st. July 28th through 31st. Then we're going to the Broadmoor, the 13th through the 15th of August. We've got a trip to Marion, the most historic private course in America, perhaps. U.S. Open site. We're going to do Marion in August. We got a lot of great stuff. Bandon Dunes October. So all the details you need at www.
Where did it need to go to find out more information?
Yeah, www.artofgolftravel.com.
Beautiful. Artie, thanks a lot, man. I know you're really busy. For taking some time out, give us a little hip of what's going on at the U.S. Open. Happy Father's Day to you, and enjoy the rest of your week out there, buddy.
Hey, I just hope nobody shoots 62 tomorrow. It's going to look real embarrassing when I'm going backwards in pajamas, but I think I'm safe.
I want to see the video on that, buddy.
I think I'm on TikTok, baby.
I already have a good one, man. We'll catch up with you soon.
All right, thanks.
All right, guys. Folks, listen, we're going to take a real quick break. When we come up, we're working into a Father's Day weekend. Stick around for this because there's some really good deals that Edwin Watts coming on. We're going to talk all about it. If you still need a gift, stick around. We got just a place you can go shopping for. Golf After Hours. We'll be right back after the break.
Come visit us at Edwin Watts Golf Shops by Worldwide Golf for the Cobra Fitting and Bonus Trade-In event happening this Thursday through Sunday. Trade in your old clubs for a 50% bonus trade-in value. And while you're there, get a free custom fitting on the Cobra Dark Speed woods and irons. Schedule your custom fitting online at worldwidegolf.com. Edwin Watts Golf Shops by Worldwide Golf. Get there.
Landa Park Golf Course offers an exceptional golf experience to players of every level. This newly redesigned 18-hole public course, nestled along the Comal River, combines a challenging layout with spectacular Texas Hill Country views. Located in the heart of historic New Braunfels, Landa Park Golf Course is convenient to players from Dallas to San Antonio and everywhere in between. Escape the routine. Call the Pro Shop to book your tee time today or visit us online at Landa Park Golf Course.
Step into this clubhouse and you're stepping into history. Walk this fairway and imagine you're in the gallery of one of the first PGA Tour events, or cross this bridge and know that Nelson, Hogan, Palmer, and Crenshaw each crossed it first. Because this is Brackenridge Park, the oldest 18-hole public golf course in Texas, site of the first Texas Open and home to the Texas Golf Hall of Fame. Set your tee time today and step into history at Brackenridge Park.
Just minutes north of San Antonio on Highway 281, you will find Valor Creek Golf Club in Blanco, Texas. Valor Creek is now offering stay-and-play packages starting at $150 per person per night. Relax in the beautifully furnished Tuscany Heights condominium and walk out your front door and play one of the Hill Country's premier semi-private golf courses. So break away from the city and make Valor Creek the perfect getaway for a peaceful weekend or family outing. Call us now at 830-833-0706 or go to www.vcgc.golf. That's vcgc.golf.
Welcome to the Scott Schreiner Golf Course in the heart of Kerrville, where the beauty of the hill country meets the thrill of the game. Experience golf like never before on a meticulously designed 18-hole course, a golfer's paradise surrounded by nature's splendor. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just getting into the swing of things, our course caters to all skill levels, guaranteeing you have a top-notch golf experience. Discover Scott Schreiner Golf Course, where passion meets play in the heart of the hill country. Book your tee time today and let the adventure begin.
Landa Park Golf Course offers an exceptional golf experience to players of every level. This newly redesigned 18-hole public course, nestled along the Comal River, combines a challenging layout with spectacular Texas Hill Country views. Located in the heart of historic New Braunfels, Landa Park Golf Course is convenient to players from Dallas to San Antonio and everywhere in between. Escape the routine. Call the Pro Shop to book your tee time today or visit us online at landaparkgolfcourse.com.
Are you ready to treat you and your friends to a great golfing experience? If so, it's time to tee it up at the Club at Star Ranch. Located in Hutto, just 30 minutes from Austin, the Club at Star Ranch offers manicured fairways, pure putting greens, and multiple tee options for all skill levels to enjoy. Home of the 4-hour round, the Club at Star Ranch is rated 4.6 stars and strives for course consistency so you and your friends can enjoy that golf experience you deserve. The Club at Star Ranch, where your next round awaits.
Just minutes north of San Antonio on Highway 281, you will find Valor Creek Golf Club in Blanco, Texas. Valor Creek is now offering stay-and-play packages starting at $150 per person per night. Relax in the beautifully furnished Tuscany Heights condominium and walk out your front door and play one of the Hill Country's premier semi-private golf courses. So break away from the city and make Valor Creek the perfect getaway for a peaceful weekend or family outing. Call us now at 830-833-0706 or go to www.vcgc.golf. That's vcgc.golf.
Mike Ratchman here, Dave Roberts, trying to hunt down Lee Smith, having a little technical issues, but as soon as he makes his way in, then we'll stop whatever we're doing to get him into the show. First of all, I want to say happy Father's Day to you, Dave, and all of the dads that are out there. It's going to be a great weekend, and that's what we're trying to get Lee Smith to get on the show here, get some ideas for those gifts that we got going on. In the meantime, want to talk a little bit. Hey, Johnny, I think you have a photo of my brother, and if he took some Kobe Stevens back to Wisconsin and got rave reviews. Do you have that photo? Yeah, put that bad boy up there. He's looking pretty stout. It's he loves his stuff. I mean, he really loves his gear, and Kobe will like it. He said he's got himself some other gear that I had given him, and he says, hey, I think he texted Kobe. Folks, if you just tune in, you know Kobe Stevens. He's one of our shirt sponsors, apparel for Dave and I, and you can go to KobeStevens.com. Check it out. It's good Father's Day gift. But brother Jay is looking cool in his new Kobe Stevens, and
I guarantee you, Mike, he put the promo code TGI in and got 20% off his entire order.
Yes, he did, and he's got orders. He's toting the Miami Vice look.
I see that. I thought he looked like Tubbs for a second.
So he's a real big fan. Hey, listen, did we run down Kobe? Did we run down Lee Smith?
Well, okay. Live and in color. He's coming in hot, folks. Coming in hot. Live and in color. There he is.
There he is. I'm glad you stuck around because he's got some really good Father's Day deals going on. And welcome to the show, Lee. I knew we were going to get you in sooner or later.
I had trouble receiving the link, I think. But anyway, we're on now. How's everybody doing?
Oh, we're doing great. We're doing great. Happy Father's Day weekend to you.
Thank you.
Happy Father's Day, Lee. I know you. I hope you don't have to work on Sunday.
Not Sunday, no. I'll be there Friday and Saturday, but not Sunday.
We just figured you were really busy leading up into the weekend, and we're going to get to those sales here in just a minute. But hey, listen, big match coming up, U.S. Open this weekend. Are you going to have some Father's Day time to at least watch it or maybe tape it?
Well, the plan for Sunday is to maybe play some golf around, go to church in the morning, play some golf around 10:30 or 11, and be in the recliner watching the U.S. Open by 2:30 or 3.
That's a plan.
Yeah.
That's a heck of a plan.
And
Cocktail in one hand.
And they maybe I let my boys do the grilling. They're going to come over. We're going to play golf, and then they'll come over and watch the golf with me, and I'll let them tend to the grill since it's Father's Day.
I say don't play that match where the loser has to cook, okay? Because
yeah,
boy,
they're gonna they've got to cook anyway.
No matter win or lose, they're cooking.
That's
They're
right.
cooking. Hey, and speaking of cooking, you guys are cooking up a couple good deals that for those moms and that have last minute ideas and haven't really gotten out with everybody's busy schedule. It's hard to get anywhere sometimes.
Yeah.
And
well, there's Father's Day is always a big week for us, and with the U.S. Open at the same time, it adds additional interest. So yes, it's a busy week of the year, and we always have a lot of good specials going on, kind of throughout the store. It just depends on what somebody's looking for, but we have specials in the club area, we have specials in the balls area, a lot of good apparel deals. And then electronics are always a good gift item, whether it be a new laser rangefinder or one of the cool GPS yardage measuring devices with the speakers attached, which, Bushnell has a great one, but there are other good ones too, but Bushnell is our biggest seller by far. So,
well, you got the Wingman. I mean, that has been a popular one for years now. That usually don't hang around that long. But the Wingman is hung in there.
And they've kept bringing new innovation to it. So now they have the one called the Wingman View, which it tells you the yardage audibly. It shows you the yardage in a screen, and it plays your music as you go around the golf course. So it's got a lot of neat features, and the speaker itself is great quality. So that's definitely a great gift idea and something we sell a lot of all the time.
Well, I thought
and that's for $199, right?
Yes, and they're on sale right now for I believe it's $169.
See, nice. Ratchman, I was thinking about getting you one of those, but if we were playing together and had that, the music would stop, like die, and then it would say, Ratchman, take up bowling. That's how far you are out. I'm refrain from that. I've got something better that I want to speak with Lee about, because you might be interested in this, because I know your driver. I know where it came from. Tailor-made rewards. I haven't seen that before. What's that about?
So the tailor-made rewards points on their new QI10 series of clubs, as depending on what you buy and the level you purchase, you can get a gift card with your purchase up to $200 that can be used for additional products. So that's a nice, really nice bonus. That's the tailor-made rewards program that's going on right now. And then, of course, not to be outdone, Callaway has a program for trade-ins towards anything in their Paradigm line, AI Smoke primarily, which is their current very hot selling item, and drivers, fairway woods, the iron line, they're all doing well. But for somebody who wants to trade in their either their current set or some clubs that they have in the closet that they don't use anymore, whatever the trade-in value may be, let's just say that their trade-in value on what they had was $150, Callaway's program doubles it. So they would get an additional $150 in trade, up to a maximum of $500. But if somebody had, trades that equaled $500, they could get a bonus of $500, which is pretty amazing.
How long does that last, Lee?
So that's going to run until the end of the month. They started it with Father's Day in mind, but it's going to run till the end of the month with the bonus points or bonus double trade-in value.
Well, you got your Srixon giveaways here too. You guys are really good at doing some of these things. Buy one, get one free. Tell a little bit about that.
So the Srixon program is actually, that one is not just an Edwin Watts deal. That's a promotion Srixon came up with that we're supporting. And it is, you buy 2 dozen of the same model ball and you will get a 3rd dozen of that model free. Whether it's their, soft feel, which is a very popular golf ball for people with slower swing speeds that like a soft feel golf ball, that one, or right up to their Z-Star Tour golf ball. So if you buy 2 Z-Star Tours at $49.99 a dozen, you get $50 dozen free. So it's a great promotion, and they do that around US Open time every year. And then sometimes they'll bring it back another time of the year, but it's not something they do very often.
Yeah, they have
there's a deadline there of, matter of fact, this weekend is the deadline on that, right?
They're running it just through Father's Day and US Open. So it ends Sunday evening.
Yeah, they have a new ball out this year, the Diamond. I've played it a few times. Very impressive. I'm an XP guy, so that's what I normally play. But I got the Diamond in my hand, and it reacted very well and comparable, and I was very impressed with that ball.
It's a top quality golf ball, extremely consistent production quality from Srixon. There's a lot of good golf balls out, but Srixon being a Japanese company, some US players just aren't as familiar with it. But in Asia, they're kind of like the Titleist, so the quality is very, very good. And the ball performs tremendously well, whether, like I said, whether it's at the soft feel end, a ball that's not supposed to have a lot of spin, but something that's good for the average golfers or slower swing speed golfers, right on up to the tour grade ball that, you've got guys like Keegan Bradley and Matsuyama play, and a number of other tour players too. But it's tremendous quality golf ball that performs really well.
Well, man, you got a lot of summer sales coming up. I mean, I just got an ad from your home office, and some of the summer sales that you have, the Stealth driver down to $399. I mean, that's pretty amazing. Depends. Am I saying that the Paradigm?
Paradigm from Callaway.
Yeah, that's $399 as well. At one time, I was looking at it; it was over $500.
They were $599.
Yeah.
And so is in the case of the Paradigm, when the Paradigm AI Smoke driver came out earlier this year. It is the newest version of the Paradigm. And now that it's been in the market a little while, we've seen the price on the original Paradigm come down a little, but it's still a fantastic driver for somebody who wants to upgrade to, the highest tech, current technology. You can get that without getting the very latest model driver too. Now, I will say that Paradigm Smoke is fantastic, and I think it's a little improvement over the Paradigm, but it's incremental changes from year to year. So,
well, folks, remember Edwin Watts, serving golfers since 1968, and they are the home of the 90-day, 100% satisfaction guarantee. I love it. I love that tagline.
Yeah, it's something we want people to be happy with their purchases, and of course we do custom fitting and help people choose the club that best suits their game. But in the event somebody gets something that doesn't turn out just the way they hoped it would, within 90 days, they can bring it back to the store for 100% store credit towards another purchase. And within the 90 days, we're happy to do that and help people get something that will suit them just right if they don't get it the first time.
Well, Lee, I've been buying my stuff from Edwin Watts like forever. But and I tell you, and folks, I've done the 90 days. I bought a putter, and this was just recently. I bought a putter, and it just wasn't working for me. And so I bought it back. And, this is the first time I've ever got fitted and tested for a putter. I mean, some people putt straight back, some people on an angle. And so one of the guys were saying to me, he said, I can see why you weren't making a putt. He said, you're not a straight back putter. He says, you come on an angle a little bit. He says, a lot of people do, but here's one you might want to put in your hand. And I got the Brandon 3. Yeah, I got the Brandon 3. And I tell you what, I'm knocking it down. But I had to do a trade, and I had to do before that 90 days was up. I tried to give the putter a chance, and it really does work, So
you're just like Rory McIlroy, going back in for another dose of reality.
Well, it was amazing. So fitting is so important, and if you're going to buy something, the fitting comes with. If you buy clubs or putters and stuff, the fitting comes with that. Is that right?
Yes. Yeah, we'd be glad to help people with the fitting. And if we have it in stock, great. If we have to order it, that's fine too. The majority of fitting options are no additional charge from the manufacturers, unless somebody chooses something exotic or non-standard shafts or grip upgrades or something like that. But just to get the fit right in terms of clubs, like the length, the loft, the lie, what have you, there's no charge for us to do that in the store. And in most cases, not any extra charge when we order it in from the manufacturer.
Well, a lot of these great deals, a lot of folks not knowing about it, but you got one heck of a presence online, but you have a newsletter. How folks sign up for the newsletter to get info that Mike and I have been getting for years?
Yeah. You can do it in store, but most people, if they just go to our website, edwinwatts.com, or our parent company is worldwidegolf.com. And you can see everything that we have on the website there. And you also can sign up for our loyalty rewards, where you get the emails and you start building points as you purchase items too. So it's a very good program that's getting better all the time.
Hey, folks, don't forget, spend and save $10 off. When you spend $50 or more, you get $10 off on the item. And folks, this is the great weekend to do it. They got a lot of summer sales going on. So if you're thinking about buying any golf gear, Edwin Watts is it. They have 5 locations throughout the state. They have them in San Antonio, Houston, Fort Worth, Corpus Christi, and Tyler. Hey, buddy, we're up against the clock, Lee. I'm glad we got you in, man. It took a little time to get you in, but I'm glad we got to talk with you because you got such good deals, that are going on, and I'm glad you got to share it with our viewers.
Absolutely. Always glad to be on the show, and it's good seeing you too, and hope both of you guys have a great U.S. Open weekend as well.
Hey, likewise, buddy. Have a good weekend. Enjoy your Sunday.
I sure will.
Don't beat them too bad.
Don't
beat them too badly.
Well, they're pretty tough.
Hey, I remember the playoffs.
They are tough. I know about it. I'd like to be in that little circle listening to what goes on when those 3 guys get together. Have a good weekend, Lee. We'll talk to you later.
Sure will. Okay. Thank you, Mike.
Okay.
Take care. We'll see you, Dave.
All right, we'll
see
you.
Folks, listen, we're going to take a real quick break. When we come back, we're going to wrap this thing up. Do not go away. Golf After Hours. We're coming right back.
Step into this clubhouse and you're stepping into history. Walk this fairway and imagine you're in the gallery of one of the first PGA Tour events, or cross this bridge and know that Nelson, Hogan, Palmer, and Crenshaw each crossed it first. Because this is Brackenridge Park, the oldest 18-hole public golf course in Texas, site of the first Texas Open and home to the Texas Golf Hall of Fame. Set your tee time today and step into history at Brackenridge Park.
Welcome back, everybody. Golf After Hours. We are just about ready to wrap this up. We ran into a few minutes late here, so everybody's got to get going. Some of us got to go back to work, like us two right here. We go right back to work after this. Davey, I want to wish you a happy Father's Day. Want to wish all our viewers a happy Father's Day, and don't forget moms and dads. And you know, if you need a gift, Edwin Watts is around the corner somewhere in Texas for you. Look them up, and you can go online too and get these same sales, summer sales. So check it out. I want to thank Lee Smith for coming on tonight. Also, Art Strickland. Enjoyed talking to him about the U.S. Open. He's out there having a ball, writing articles and behind the scene locker room stuff. That's always fun to listen to. And Davey, I want to thank you for coming in again, taking our show on the road like you do, like you've done for the last 2 years, buddy.
Thank you. We're in Dakota. And happy Father's Day to you. We'll be back in South Dakota in a couple of weeks. We'll be going to Idaho, Nebraska, Alaska, Arizona, Korea, and hopefully Japan.
Wow. Taking the show worldwide, buddy. I love it when you do this. And setting the pace for us out there. And, you know, the numbers are showing up. And folks, listen, you know, we want to thank everybody every week, you know, for sharing, watching during the week. And whenever you can, we really do appreciate it, because as long as you guys keep doing that, we're going to keep coming back every Wednesday night. And we appreciate you very much. Until then, that's it for us tonight. Rainer Shine.
Book your tea time.
We'll see you all next week, and hope
it's
you
cold
enjoy a
here,
safe
Mike.
Father's Day.
It's cold.
I'm getting a little warm here. Have a good week, everybody.